Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for a 3-year Let's Play anniversary. Yep, as of tomorrow, I checked up on my videos and I actually uploaded the first first 3 parts actually of Let's Play Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga on April 3rd, 2011, not April 2nd like I've been believing for the last 2 years, so I don't know why, but I'm doing the vlog today because tomorrow I'm starting Paper Mario. I don't want to upload 2 videos at the same time, but yeah, 3 years. There's not a lot of people that make it that long. A lot of people, you know, Let's Playing is either, you know, a phase or my laptop's just making noise, so I want to move the microphone. Let's Playing is either a phase or just a get-rich-quick scheme that doesn't pan out, or it depends on the person. A lot of people just have stuff come up in their life. A lot of Let's Players I know didn't last past the first year. I had a lot of friends that started Let's Playing around the same time that I did, and they all just kind of fell off to the wayside. Really only a handful of people I know that I knew back then that are still Let's Playing now. Obviously, some of the bigger Let's Players are the ones that have been Let's Playing for, you know, longer than me, 5 or 6 years. Chuck Conroy, Nintendo Capri Sun, Doofy Bonga, people like that. But 3 years is a long time. A lot happens. I actually wrote down all the stuff that happened in the past year. Not all the stuff, it'd be impossible, but a lot of just significant things that happened in the last 365 days since my 2-year Let's Play anniversary. On the world, let me put it up over here, so it almost looks like I'm looking at you. On the world events side of things, in the past year we had the Boston Marathon bombing, Edward Snowden leaking confidential NSA type stuff, Egypt overthrew its president, Ukraine overthrew its president, and then Russia swooped in and suddenly became a global power after the past 23 years since the collapse of the Soviet Union. China landed a rover on the moon. Belgium legalized euthanasia for terminally sick people. Fun stuff happened. A lot of people died in the last year. Roger Ebert, Margaret Thatcher, James Gandolfini, Hiroshi Yamauchi of Nintendo. I can't read my handwriting. Nelson Mandela, Harold Camping, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Harold Ramis. Nope, I have no idea. I was writing in shorthand because I was lazy. Yeah, lots of natural disasters that really screwed things up all around the world. World's population is getting to a point where it's getting harder and harder to sustain the population growth with the resources that we actually have, so that's also fun. On the more personal side of things, in the last 365 days, I gained 2,262 subscribers. Now I have 4,017 as of making this. I was looking back, and last year I more than doubled my number. Last year I was at something like 1755 or something in my 2-year anniversary, and then between the months of June and July and September, I gained 800 subscribers. It was really weird. I take a snapshot of my channel every month just to see what the general growth is, because analytics is a liar. So like, you know, for like the first half of last year, I was like 150 subscribers a month, despite the fact that I wasn't uploading anything really until Sega September, so that was pretty crazy. I went from 363,371 total video views to 890,886 for a gain of 527,512. So that was amazing. That's 90% of the views on that were thanks to Scribblenauts, Let's Create and Scribblenauts Unlimited. Episode 1 of which broke 100,000 views, and episode 19, not episode 2, episode 19 of it is at like 97,000 right now, which is pretty crazy. Let's see, my laptop died in the past year, so I had to get a new one, which was really nice. So I can actually like render HD videos and things. It was really cool. I stopped my Nintendo Entertainment Sunday and Super Nintendo Entertainment Saturday videos. Those lasted until the summer, and I just couldn't make them anymore. And the series should have stopped the previous January, when people actually started losing interest in them. Just the last bunch of them nobody really watched, and it was sad. I like that series. I like exposing myself to games that I normally wouldn't have, but people stopped suggesting things and nobody really watched them. My laptop also sucked, so there was usually audio desync. It was bad. Let's plays that I finished. I finished Majora's Mask at the start of this past year. Like last April. Over the past year, I finished up Earthbound. I did a series called Sega September, which was based on the Sega Ultimate Genesis collection, which I think was really awesome. I really liked the work that I did with that, despite how I was feeling at the time. Scribblenauts Unmasked came out, and I tried doing a series of that, and it totally bombed. I was trying to recapture Lightning in a Bottle that I got from Scribblenauts Unlimited, and people just didn't care for it at all. Nobody really liked it. I did a Let's Play of Evoland, which also bombed, but I blame that A, because nobody's heard of the game, and B, because that's when the comment system changed and YouTube screwed everything up. This past year also was the one channel design, which screwed everything up. God, I hate that. So Evoland was a failure. Skylanders Swap Force, which most of the series also people couldn't comment on because of the comment section dying. I finished up Link's Awakening. And nobody really cared about that either. I started Wheel of Katamari, which started off to critical acclaim when I put up the intro. People were like, oh my gosh, yeah, and then nobody watches it. Well, I mean, people do, but nobody comments on it. You see a pattern here. I honestly don't know why. In like the past month, I gotten, I don't know, 75 subscribers maybe. It used to be like 150 a month, 200, 300. I don't know why I got the subscribers. I don't know why I don't get subscribers. I don't know why people watch my videos. I don't know why people don't watch my videos. It's a mystery. On a more personal thing this past year, I was looking back at my my older videos, my 2-year vlog from a year ago, and it was only 7 minutes long as part of a weekly update, because at that point I had a tumor growing out of one of my spinal vertebra into my spinal cord. So like your spine is made up of two things. There's the vertebra, and then there's like a little fin that if you put your hand along your back, you can feel them. So they like interlock like that, and there's like a hole in the top, and your spinal cord, which is pretty much just a gelatinous mass of nerves, goes through the middle, all the way down from your brain. So I had a tumor that was inside one of my vertebrae that fractured outwards and was pushing the spinal cord up against the other side, which is bad. If your nerves are being pinched or anything, then aside from extreme pain, there's they don't, the electrical signals don't reach your muscles and they don't work. So I was doped up on painkillers for months from that before we went to get MRIs and things. I lost feeling in my right leg, my right thigh. Like I couldn't, if I were to touch it, it would just feel like someone else's leg. I couldn't feel it. I couldn't, no pain or anything. Actually, that's not true. It hurt a lot. That's all that I felt, is pain like deep in the leg, but not on the surface. Thank you, phone. And so I was spending, every day just laying down. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't move. I couldn't make videos. It was just agony, and you can really see it in the 2-year Let's Playing anniversary video. Like I'm breathing heavily, and like I couldn't even sit up in my chair. It was ridiculous. It's really hard to describe the amount of pain that was, but it's also painful to look back at the video because I still have my full head of hair and my eyebrows. You don't realize how much you miss your eyebrows. If you could see, I still have the semblances, and with the chemo treatment I have, my hair, kind of grows back a little and then falls out again. Like right now I've got about a quarter of an inch maybe in the front. The rest is just a bit of fuzz, which is nice to feel. It's very heartening to know that it's not just gone forever. But if you look back at my older videos, my eyebrows are very expressive. The thick black eyebrows, long hair that I loved. I so loved having that long hair. This is why I wear the hat here, because nobody really wants to see a bald person with no eyebrows. As nice as it, people say, no, it's okay, we don't judge you, don't feel bad, whatever. I feel bad, and that's me. That's just me. But yeah, so April 17th of last year, I got spinal surgery to get the tumor removed. I had some of my spinal vertebra taken out. I still have a scar running across the middle of my back from where they cut me open. I will not show it to you because I value your appetites. But if I run my hand across my back, it just feels like I can feel the little bumps from the spine, and then there's just a dip for a good 10 inches, 6 inches, 10 inches maybe, and then it goes back, like a dip at the very bottom. Just because there's nothing there. They had to take the dorsal vertebra out. They just removed it completely and just fused the spine together, so that's fun. After the surgery, I got the feeling back in my right leg, but the feeling in my left leg went out. The only difference is that the feeling in the left leg doesn't have pain accompanying it, so I'm perfectly fine with that. It's very unlikely that I'll ever get feeling in my left thigh again, just because it's permanent nerve damage and nerves don't regenerate like that. But it's a small price to pay for not being in intense pain at every second of every day. Sometimes I just, run my hand across my leg and I forget my leg is there. It's not a fun feeling. It's not a fun feeling. It's really freaky sometimes, actually. Yeah, so I was diagnosed with cancer this past year. Neuroblastoma, stage 4. Very aggressive, but we caught it before. I mean, that's what the spinal tumor wasn't even the main site of it. There's like a large baseball-shaped Yeah, it's about the size of a baseball. Shut up. About this big. Inside, wrapped around one of my adrenal arteries, like around like the adrenal glands, kidney area. I think on the left back area. So, taking up space there. And there's also on my right hip. There's a large mass inside the bone, outside the bone. It's kind of just oozing itself out. So that's fun too. Some various spots all over the place. So I started getting chemo in May. And if you look back at my weekly updates again, that's pretty much the only thing I did. You can see, like, every week, a little less hair. Like around the middle of, around the beginning of June, like, my long hair is like, you could just see through it already, and then I just start wearing a hat after that because it's gone. It's all gone. And I spent the entire summer pretty much in the hospital. They start off with the usual chemo treatment. That's, they give neuroblastoma patients. Neuroblastoma, by the way, is a cancer usually only found in young children, so I am a special case. But they start off with the treatments that was really, really hard-hitting, which destroyed my immune system, destroyed my bone marrow, and I had to get... I was in the hospital for a week getting the treatment, and then I would usually get a fever or something since I had no immunity. My white blood cells were all dead. So then I would have to go back to the hospital for a week to get antibiotics so I wouldn't die. Normally when you get like a fever or something, you just wait a day and it goes away or something like that. When you don't have immunity, that can kill you. So I would have to, every little thing that we noticed that was different, I had to go to the hospital for and stay there. So I would usually get, like, out of every 3 weeks, I would get about 5 days at home. And that went on till August when we took more scans. So first thing I did was stem cell harvesting. Pretty much they put an IV in my neck. You see that? Actually, right now I have like a permanently installed IV in my chest here. There's like a little patch over it. I would show you that too, but you don't want to see it. It's just like a little hole in my chest. But there's like little things here that you attach flushes and lines to. It's really convenient because they don't have to stick you every time you go in to get something. So that's actually kind of nice. But so I had an IV installed on my neck here, which was this huge thing that they actually had to put me out. It's an IV, but it's not like just sticking a needle in your arm. This one went into my jugular, or is that my carotid? I don't know. One side is the carotid, one side's the jugular. But they had to stick this huge tube. I actually saved it. I have it over here. Don't tell the doctors. I'm going to show you. Why do I save these things? A, because I don't want to forget. And B, because I want to remember that my life might not be always so great, but I've survived. I've been through things. This thing brought us so much trouble. So yeah. This is where it stuck out of my neck. They had like little sutures here, and like the hole here is where this part was. So this was inside of one of my veins. You can't really see it, but see there's like little dots here because it was blocked up with blood. When they tried to, and it was also like you see it's creased over here. It's not really good when you're trying to draw stuff out. This is just the end stuff. You don't want to see it. High dose heparin, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's like that scarring's never gonna go away. But what was I saying? Yeah, so whenever they installed that, I've been put under anesthesia in the past year 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 times maybe. Yeah, about 5 times. And it's actually not too bad, but if you're not treated properly, you can get violently ill afterward. Wow, this is really dragging on. I'm sorry, guys. There's a lot of stuff happened this past year. So yeah, when they tried to draw the blood out, they cycled it through this whole machine that was like a centrifuge, just taking all the blood out. They put it in a big artery because that would get the most blood. So they would cycle it through the machine, but since they put it in wrong, I had to lay down back on a bed like this so that it wasn't crinkled up. And they couldn't fix it at all because they would just have to take it out and reinstall. When they took it out, also they just undid the sutures and it was like, okay, 1, 2, 3. It was like, it didn't really hurt that much. It was really weird. It was like this huge thing coming out of my neck. There was no bleeding. I immediately put pressure on it and stuff, but it's kind of freaky. It was just like, okay, 1, 2, 3. You don't want to have things sticking out of your neck, guys. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Somebody's cursing outside. So since it was put in wrong and they didn't have any heparin, which is like a anticoagulant, to make the blood not clot, it got stuck, so I would have to sit in a certain position for 2 hours beforehand. We did this twice, by the way, because the first time they didn't get enough stem cells. So I would have to sit for a couple hours while it did unclotted the blood that was dried up in the thing, and then they could do it, which took another 2 hours, and I had to sit in this position like this without moving, otherwise the machine would stop. Laying all the way back, but not enough to be comfortable, and sliding down the bed. It was really bad. But yeah, so they got a whole load of stem cells, and then we took scans and saw that the current treatment plan wasn't working. The stem cells, by the way, were to get a transplant later, after my bone marrow was all destroyed, so that they could regrow it. Turns out I didn't need that, though, because scans after that showed that the hard-hitting treatment I was getting wasn't working, and actually the tumors were growing a bit. So they still have my stem cells in a freezer somewhere in the hospital, but so we scrapped that idea, and we went on to the current treatment plan I'm doing now, which is a lot lighter. I just go into the hospital and then come back home every day for a week. I really only feel sick during that time. Causes a lot of digestive problems, but it really is nothing compared to the hell that my summer was. I slowly started picking the pieces of my life back up, but it hasn't been easy. I've had a lot of support from you guys, though, and I'm very grateful for that. When this first started, Mr. Waterwraith organized a charity stream called Project Meteorite just to raise money to help with bills around the house, and that was really helpful, and it was really amazing. I just had a lot of support from you guys here on YouTube and Twitter over the past year. I also, a couple of weeks ago, I lost a very dear friend here on YouTube. There's another friend who used to comment on all my videos that seems he's moved on with his life, doing other stuff. And winter's been really tough for him also, so it's just sad to not see some of these people that have been with me for years. I don't know if I really made that many new friends this past year. It was really more 2 years ago. Looking back, this past year was probably one of the worst in my life. And that's saying something, because the year before that was hell. And the year before that was hell. Oh God. I'm really looking forward to things looking up this year. I plan on going on with YouTube because, frankly, it's really the only thing I can do with my life right now. Just putting in a few hours every day playing video games, which I would normally be playing anyway. This has been so depressing. I'm sorry. But, just take solace in the fact that you guys have helped me stay afloat this past year. My friends and family. And, after all is said and done, I'm still here. And, that counts for a lot. I've survived. When this is all said and done, when this is all done, I'm gonna be able to look back on all this and say, look what I survived through. I lived through that. I can do anything, except maybe fly without the aid of an airplane or other equipment, because I have not perfected the art of falling to the ground and then missing. But yeah. Has been quite a year. My channel more than doubled in size, and despite the fact that I uploaded less videos in the past year than I have, in previous years. But I look forward to good stuff this year. I plan on doing this for as long as the Let's Play train is going on YouTube. So yeah. Here's to another year, guys. See you later.